Hello, everyone. Welcome to Art Bytes from the Marianna Kistler Beach Museum of Art. My name is Haley Walker. I'm an education intern with the museum, and today I would like to introduce you to a lithograph by artist Birger Sandzén named Glimpse of Taxco, created in 1935. Born in Blidsberg, Sweden in 1871, Sandzén was the youngest of three sons of a pastor, Johann Sandzén, and his wife, Clara Sandzén, who herself was an experienced watercolor artist. As a child, Sandzén was offered many insights into culture and showed a propensity for art as early as the age of 8, when he began taking drawing lessons. At the age of 10, Birger Sandzén was enrolled at Skara School, where he studied drawing and painting under Olaf Erlandsson. He received his own education in art from the Royal Academy of Art in Stockholm. It was at Skara, under the tutelage of Erlandsson, that Sandzén discovered his passion and penchant for painting in oil in 1887. While at school, Sandzén also displayed a knack for science, specifically botany. In an article by James Welsh, an associate professor of geology at Gustavus Adolphus College, Sandzén is described as having a spirit of inquiry that informed his approach to art. After his education at Skara was completed in 1890, Sandzén discovered subjects such as French and history at Lund University for only one semester before deciding to further pursue education in art by applying to the Royal Academy of Art in Sweden. The Royal Academy of Art was very exclusive and prestigious, therefore had a long wait list, and Sandzén elected instead to join a group of artists studying art outside of the academy. This artist group included Anders Zorn, an acclaimed Swedish painter, Richard Berg, and Per Hasselberg. There he studied under Zorn in a group that would later become known as the Artist League of Stockholm. After studying with his fellow artists and developing his skill set, Sandzén left Stockholm in 1894 to create art in Paris, where he worked on his craft in a studio under artist Edmond Francois Armand Jean, a French impressionist. After 3 months in Paris, Sandzén found himself in Lindsborg, Kansas, where he taught language and other fine art classes at Bethany College. While at Bethany College, Birger Sandzén met Alfreda Lexell, a student who would go on to become his wife. The two were engaged in 1989 and married in 1900. Though Sandzén painted many of his works in the United States, specifically Kansas, he notably took 2 trips to Mexico. His first trip to Mexico in 1899, he traveled alone, sketching the scenery and gaining admiration for the landscape of the local territory. On his second trip, which he took in 1935, he was accompanied by his daughter Margaret to Taxco, where he created Glimpse of Taxco. During this trip to Mexico, Sandzén visited his former student, Sue Jean Kovacevic, who studied under Sandzén at Bethany College. Sue Jean, like Sandzén, was skilled in paintings and lithographs, although was arguably one of his students who did not pick up his own style, but one of his more famed students nonetheless. While on this trip to Mexico, Sandzén was surrounded by influential Mexican artists, such as Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo. He found himself inspired by the art in Mexico and grew to have great admiration for the work he observed. Like her father, Margaret Sandzén was also moved by what she observed in Taxco and created her own art while on their trip, a graphite drawing of the landscape. When looking at Sandzén's works, it's very evident that his passion was creating landscapes of local geography, predominantly depicted without people. When living in Kansas, Sandzén found his muse in the scenery of Lindsborg, although he attributes his love and passion for creating landscapes to growing up in Sweden. Birger Sandzén was extensive in his coverage of Midwestern and Western flora, and was best known for his work showing Kansas wildlife. His experience in Paris is evident in his art, where you see components of Impressionism as well as Pointillism. A striking aspect of Sandzén's work is his layering of thick brushstrokes of paint, creating textures and brilliant colors that draw the eye. In addition to the landscape of Kansas, Sandzén also found inspiration in the scenery of Colorado. He is quoted as stating in regards to Colorado's wildlife, "It is a paradise for painters," and many of his works display the rocky scapes of the state with the same vibrant colors and heavy texture. And as seen with many artists, Sandzén's style, as well as the colors he used, evolved as he grew as an artist. When looking at his works, the colors used in his painting start as more subdued and grow into brighter colors as he developed his own taste. We will end today by looking again at this lithograph, Glimpse of Taxco, and I really want you to reflect on what elements of this lithograph stand out to you. What makes this special, in your opinion? What elements draw you in? Thank you for listening.